know the title seems a little bit dramatic at the moment. Just hear me out for a little bit. Today, we're going to talk about some personal stuff, just because I normally don't really do that. And quite frankly, when it comes down to this decision, I feel like I should let you all know what's going on at the moment. Now, of course, for those of you that don't know this just yet, for those of you that haven't been around for a very long time, back in January of 2015, I left uni. Now, most people just casually assume that I did this because I wanted to focus on YouTube, wanted to turn this into a full-time job. And although that's part of the reason, the main reason I left uni was because I was incredibly unhappy at the time. I was actually studying communication systems, meaning that I was mainly focusing on graphic design and game design, which of course, based on my background, is something that I should enjoy. And at first I was, but eventually I got really frustrated with the people that I was dealing with, to a point where I just got frustrated with life as a whole. I didn't really see the point in going to school, didn't really see the point in doing my homework, and eventually I didn't really see the point in anything. And for me, dealing with frustration is something that I'm very bad at. Whenever I feel like I'm not in control, I get angry. That's the way that I express frustration. I know that's a bit of a bad habit of mine, but that's just something I'm gonna have to deal with. That's part of my personality. And back then, because of that, I was also a very nasty person to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Now, I have to casually admit that I don't have the easiest personality to deal with. I'm not a very nice person by default. But of course, nowadays, things are a lot better than they are back then, or at least to a certain extent. Now, my days back then were pretty straightforward. I basically went to school sometimes as early as 6 in the morning, sometimes at 8, 9, 10, whatever it might be. And then would usually come back around like dinner time, 5-ish, 6-ish, usually something along those lines. Sometimes a bit later, sometimes a bit earlier. But basically, when I got back, I would eat dinner, do my homework, or whatever it was that I need to prepare. Usually the next day, I didn't really work ahead in time. Let's make that very clear. But I've never done that. And then after that, I would hop into my own little world. I would record a video, edit that video, upload it to YouTube, and basically just spend the rest of my day talking to all of you over on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it might have been. I basically spent my nights talking to subscribers just because that was something that I felt good about. People were appreciating the things that I did over here. And of course, in real life, I wasn't really getting that kind of appreciation. I wasn't really getting that same feeling. So I would look forward to basically getting my day off with and being able to do my own thing every single day. And I did that for a little over a year or so. I think a year and 2 months before I decided to quit. And obviously at that point in time, I was in a bit of a low point. I wasn't feeling very happy. And ultimately, I decided to quit. Now, I know what a lot of you are thinking. Why didn't your parents stop from quitting? When it comes down to it, at the end of the day, you're going to have to make your own decisions. If you don't make them yourself, someone else is going to make them for you. And frankly, I don't want to be someone's puppet. That's not really the way to go for me. So even though primarily my dad wasn't really supporting the decision, I was going to go through with it either way, just because that's what I figured was the right thing to do for me at the time. And looking back, I do not regret that decision in any way, shape, or form. People always ask me that, whether or not I regret leaving school. And that's a very obvious no. I basically put an end to what I consider to be the worst part of my life. I was very unhappy, so obviously I don't regret that in any way, shape, or form. And at first, it even panned out pretty well as well. I have to casually admit that. My 2015 was a great year for me. Easily one of the better years of my life. I can't say the best one just because I don't remember much of my childhood. For some odd reason, I blocked all of that out. Like, I don't remember much up until I was about like 12, 13-ish. Got some memories from that, and apart from that, the only things I know is what people have told me. So, honestly, don't know what happened there, but basically, here I was, done with school, sitting in this exact same spot, or at least, I might have been on the other side of this room, but I was in this room anyway, and I was ready to put my all into YouTube, and that's what I did for a little bit. For like a month or two, maybe 3 months or so, I basically got up every single day at 9 AM, I started recording, made 2 videos during the day, and then streamed for 2 hours over on twitch.tv. And in that time frame, I gained a lot of subscribers, also gained a lot of followers over on Twitch. I think something like 15,000, 16,000, something like that. Nowadays, my Twitch channel is about as dead as my YouTube channel. Just can't keep putting it out there. But obviously, that schedule wasn't very healthy. You shouldn't put that much time into anything, just because eventually you're gonna burn out, and that also happened to me. I kind of lost my passion for it very quickly, just because I started to focus on the wrong things. Of course, before I started doing YouTube full-time, my main focus was posting videos, having fun, and basically interacting with all of you over on social media. And then once I quit school, my main focus was basically getting views, getting likes, earning money, and growing as quickly as I possibly could. And even though that worked out for a little bit, after that I of course started to realize that I kind of lost a little bit of myself in that. I didn't really have the same passion for creating content as I used to. Plus, the community shifted a little bit as well, especially when Black Ops 3 first came out. Basically, back in the day, things were a lot more simple. People would play the game, post good gameplays, talk about it, give tips and tricks, do little Q&As, help each other out. And nowadays, it's all about the clickbait. Instead of something being like Black Ops 2 Live, that's something that LEA used to do. Or like Best Class, set of videos, weapon guides, jumps and spots, that's something T-Martin used to do. Honestly, couldn't tell you he still does that. Stopped watching these videos a long time ago. But either way, nowadays it's more something along the lines of, oh my god, I can't believe you can earn this in Infinite Warfare. And then they show something as irrelevant as earning accessories on weapons every single time you prestige it. With, of course, big-ass arrow in the thumbnail. That's the way to go these days. Or something as cool as, oh my god, crazy aimbot hackers in Black Ops 3. And they play a match against veteran bots. I mean, to be fair, I get the mindset, right? I get they want to earn money. And they basically try to do this by creating as many viral videos as they possibly can. And clickbait is just perfect for this. Just because the title only has to kind of represent what the video is about. And the thumbnail doesn't have to represent the video in any way, shape, or form. As long as there are no boobs or anything along those lines in the thumbnail, you're pretty much good to go. Now the thing is though, I do not blame the content creators for this. I know, this might come as a bit of a shock to all of you. I could of course sit here and blame someone like Exility, of course, the clickbait god and the Call of Duty community, for ruining the community, or the Pro Gamer J or Serum, or whoever it might be, but that's not the case. Alright, they're not in fault. In fact, I should give them props for switching up their game, switching up their content, switching up their titles, their thumbnails, etc. Just to basically appeal to everyone else, just to basically make sure their channels would still grow. Personally, I couldn't do it. Honestly, I don't have the brain for it. Clickbait isn't something that I'm very good at, and to be fair, I don't want success that badly to basically bait people into it. It's not for me. But at the end of the day, the ones that are at fault are us, the community, or at least what's left of it. Nowadays, the community is very hate-filled. People are getting exposed left and right. With every video that I upload, someone's telling me that I copy YouTuber X, or that I took a song from YouTuber X, or that the thumbnail looks similar to someone's, and honestly, what happened to us? Nowadays, we even create little groups, right? Little squads of YouTubers that work together, or clans, just to compete with other clans or other little groups. What's the point? Why not just work together and grow together? Wouldn't that be so much easier, so much beneficial for everyone as well? And at the end of the day, so much more fun to be a part of. Because right now, the Call of Duty community isn't really a community that I'm very proud of, alright? We used to work together, we used to support the ones that were doing very well. We used to basically hate on the ones that were trying to bring everyone else down. And honestly, I think we should get back to that. Don't think it's gonna happen though. The community was at its peak in, I want to say, like 2012, 2013, and ever since then, honestly, we've gotten to a point where we're just a bunch of whiners complaining about the current Call of Duty. Still playing it though. You guys are putting that out there. We're still all playing it. And then when the next COD comes out, we'll hate on that and complain about that, but we'll still play it. Alright, we're never gonna stop playing it, but the hate just keeps on going. Anyway, now the point of this video, the reason why this is probably my last year on YouTube, is because of course, at this point in time, I'm not where I want to be. My channel isn't doing very well. I'm not growing very much. And for those of you that don't know this, I'm actually 22 years old. I just turned 22 last week, but of course this time next year, I'll be 23. And honestly, I need to move on with my life. I need to get out of my parents' house. I need to find my own place to get with my girlfriend and of course go from there. So this year I'm going to give it one more shot. In fact, I'm going to give my everything, post as often as I possibly can. I will start streaming as often as I possibly can soon as well. Still trying to get a few things set up. I basically want to start streaming in 1080p. But at the moment, my PC can't handle it, so I have to find a way around that. So expect streams shortly, and apart from that, if things work out for me, I'll still be posting videos on a consistent basis next year. If not, I don't know what I'm going to do. To be fair, I never really planned this out. I don't really have a plan for the future. I mainly live from like day to day. If today's a good day, then I'm going to casually assume that tomorrow's going to be a good day as well, just because I'll still be in a good mood from today. But if today's a bad day, tomorrow it's probably going to be a bad one as well. And I kind of need to get out of that mindset. Honestly, I just need some positivity in my life right now. I'm very bad at focusing on the positives. It's much easier to focus on the negatives. And that's what I've been doing for the past 22 years of my life. Or at least like the past 10 or so. Something along those lines. But hey, hopefully this video brings some positivity. Hopefully I've opened some of your eyes as well. Stop complaining so much. Stop whining so much. And stop, for the love of God, supporting the wrong people. Alright, don't go back to someone's channel just to hate on their videos. Because that too is going to get them more views in the long run. Anyway, apart from that, the goals for this year are pretty straightforward. One, I want to build up my channel back again from the ground up. Because obviously, at this point in time, I'm at the lowest point I've been in, I want to say, like 3 years or so. My YouTube channel isn't doing very well. So that's, of course, number one. And then number two, I want to create a little section in the Call of Duty community that isn't completely hate-filled. that is a bit more positive, willing to work together with other YouTubers as well, and of course grow together. Because quite frankly, I feel like that's gonna make the whole experience, basically posting videos over here on YouTube, a heck of a lot more fun. So of course, if you want to stick around for that and definitely buckle up, it'd be very much appreciated. Now, if you're an aspiring YouTuber, definitely hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on Facebook. Say that. Just hit me up on Twitter. I tend to reply on Twitter. If you've got a good idea, let me know, and I'm definitely willing to work with you. And apart from that, if you enjoyed this one, some support, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Of course, as always, any and all support is very much appreciated. Basically helps the content get out there for us to see. So in advance, thank you for dropping a like rating. If you want to, you can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can find all those things down below in the description. And these days, I'm also on Snapchat. Not too active, but if you want to add me over there, it's Feint on Snapchat. Just like my YouTube channel. And then finally, in fact, as always, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for the continued support over the years. Hopefully, all of you will keep it up. And apart from that, I will catch you all tomorrow with a brand new video. Take it easy.
Hey guys, all reports are here. Need a fucking aimbot move. All reports are here. This account will be banned in me. Fucking hackers.
Nice work.
Aimbot
Well
move.
done.
He's in my group, the fucking noob. Yeah, kick the retard.